What's the big deal about muscle? Why does every coach, fitness page, wellness expert keep banging on about muscle? You keep hearing build muscle, build muscle. Why is it so important? I'm breaking it all down in today's video. Why muscle matters, why women start losing it, and what we can do about it. Quick personal note, I have been working out for 16 years, mostly from the comfort of my home, and prioritizing muscle strength training is one of the best decisions that I have made for my health and longevity. So first of all, what is muscle? Muscle is active tissue. It is a crucial component of your musculoskeletal system, and it works with bones to help you facilitate movements, just moving throughout your day. It helps to maintain posture, it helps to support your organs, and it just gets you functioning through everyday life. Muscle is not just for bodybuilders, so I usually find it very funny when women say, oh, I don't want to lift weights because I don't want muscle. You have muscle. You need muscle. You need it to survive. Muscle burns more energy than fat at rest, so it is a very important part of a healthy metabolism. So why is muscle so important? First of all, it is important for functional strength. Everyday things that you do, like carrying your grocery bags, picking up your kids, when you have muscle, you are strong and you're better able to move through life with ease. Muscle powers your everyday life. Muscle is important for bone health. It helps to protect your bone density and reduces risk of injury, because the activities that you do that lead to strengthening your muscles or building muscle directly impact your bone health. Now, bone density is something that we all start to lose after a certain age. It is normal aging, but when we then prioritize building muscle or strengthening or holding onto the ones we have through lifting weights, strength training, it impacts our bones directly, and so our bones also get stronger. And so we're less at risk of injuring ourselves. We are protecting our bones through increasing our muscle mass. On the back of that is longevity and independence. People who prioritize building muscle age better, are more independent. That means they're able to do things by themselves even as they grow older, and they reduce their risk of fall, because as we age, falling is one of those risks that just becomes higher. But when you prioritize building muscle, strengthening your bones, you then are at a reduced risk of falls. And when people fall, if you look at the statistics, especially women, I think it's after age 60, not all of them recover, and for a lot of them it then becomes fatal after that, because they're in this position where they can't do much, they're not mobile, and that just leads to a host of problems. So longevity and independence, building muscle really does help with that. Muscle helps with insulin sensitivity. It helps to regulate blood sugar and reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes. Muscle tissue is a primary site for glucose uptake, and more muscle means more capacity to absorb glucose from the bloodstream. And this is how it helps to regulate blood sugar and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, which actually can increase in perimenopausal women, which is a great thing because the risk of type 2 diabetes tends to increase in perimenopausal women. And perimenopause can start anywhere from age 40, sometimes even 35, all the way to 55. So there's no reason why you shouldn't build muscle to help safeguard yourself against the risks of developing type 2 diabetes. Now let's talk about metabolic health. A lot of women talk about boosting their metabolism. As a coach, when people tell me they want to boost their metabolism, they actually don't really understand what it means. But building muscle is one of the ways that you can do that, because more muscle means a higher metabolism. So it has a direct impact on your metabolic health. It also has a direct impact on your mental health. Exercise that helps to build muscle also boosts mood and confidence. Now, these are just a number of reasons why muscle is important and why you should consider, if you are not already, consider lifting weights to strengthen, retain, and maybe even build muscle. So why do we lose muscle? Muscle loss happens through a natural process called sarcopenia. This usually starts around age 30, and we start to lose anywhere between 1% to 8% of our muscle mass as we age. And this muscle loss can be accelerated by, first of all, a sedentary lifestyle. It is a misconception that as we age, our metabolism naturally slows down. What actually happens is we become more sedentary. If you think about it, we're working more, so maybe we're sitting behind the desk more and moving less. We might not prioritize our exercise because we have kids and bills and parents and all these other things going on. So it is more about us being sedentary than metabolism on its own just slowing down. Another thing that accelerates muscle loss is dieting, especially very restrictive, low-calorie diets in the absence of strength training, because when we lose weight really quickly, we also lose muscle mass. Strength training, while we're trying to lose weight, is going to help us focus more on losing fat and not so much muscle. Third thing that accelerates this is hormonal changes, especially as we get to that perimenopausal period, and that's that transitional period before we go into full menopause. And the major reason behind this is a drop in estrogen. We're not going to go into all of that science, but do understand that perimenopause drops fluctuations really, then ultimately drops in estrogen, has an impact on the muscle loss that happens to us during that transitional period. If we don't actively work against this loss of muscle, it can lead to frailty, weight gain, and affect our quality of life. So what can we do to preserve and build muscle? Number one, strength training. Lifting weights, non-negotiable. Now, a lot of times when I talk about strength training, lifting weights with women, one of the objections I get is, I don't want to build muscle. I don't want to look like a man. There's a fitness coach that I follow on Instagram who puts it perfectly. He says that thinking you're going to look like a bodybuilder from lifting weights, it's like saying because you drive a car every day to work, to the grocery store, then you're automatically going to become a professional race car driver. It does not work that way. To build huge, massive muscles that make people look like a man, it takes years and years of specific training, specific type of nutrition. It is not something that happens accidentally. And so worrying that you're going to build huge, massive muscles is a misconception. That's not going to happen. So when we talk about strength training, you have to lift those heavy weights. You want to focus on progressive overload. That means increasing your weights or increasing your reps or your sets, essentially finding ways to make the workout harder, more challenging as you get stronger. And you want to make sure to focus on compound exercises, squats, rows, deadlifts, push-ups. Number two, you want to make sure that you're eating enough protein to support or facilitate the muscle you are trying to grow. You want to aim for around 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight, or approximately 30 grams at every meal. So we're talking 3 meals, 30 grams at every meal. That will start to get you there, but you do need to be prioritizing protein. And number 3, be consistent. This is about building habits. This isn't just losing 10 kilograms of weight in 1 month. No, we're talking lifelong, exercising for the rest of your life. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to miss a day or two. It's okay for life to happen. But when you understand that consistency doesn't mean you have to be perfect, and it is about doing the best that you can most of the time, then you will keep going. So be consistent, be patient. It takes time. And in order to build muscle, you want to make sure to avoid extreme low calorie diets. You know the type, 1,000 calorie diets, because those type of diets are going to not just make you lose fat, you're also going to lose muscle. And muscle is king. We want to preserve it. We want to grow it. We don't want to lose it. When you're doing these extremely low calorie diets, have you hungry all the time, almost starving, you're going to lose muscle mass. So make sure, yes, you're eating healthy. You understand your macronutrients, but you are eating enough. You should be eating less if you have weight loss goals, but you should not be starving to the point where you are burning through muscle. Now, let's be clear. You don't have to be chasing 6-packs. You don't need to look shredded. But if you want energy, strength, confidence, and independence as you age, you need to prioritize building muscle. Now, if you're thinking, maybe it's too late for me, it is not. You can start at any age, and I absolutely mean that. I work with women who are in their 50s and who have just started to lift weights for the first time. You can start at any age and start to reap the benefits. It is not too late at all. Start where you are. Even home workouts can make a difference. Invest in 1 or 2 sets of dumbbells. Get yourself a mini loop resistance band. There are a ton of YouTube videos that can show you how to strength train. Make sure you find the right one. And if you have absolutely no idea where to start and you need help, that's why I'm here. I run a monthly group coaching program called Fit, Strong, Thrive, FST for short. And it is just this community of beautiful women who are not just focused on losing weight, but are focused on getting strong so that they can thrive through everyday life. Check FSD out, see if it's a fit for you. The link is in the video description. So what are your thoughts about strength training? What are your fears about strength training? Let me know in the comments and I will answer any questions that you have. Catch you in the next video.